just double check with our account.
Okay, it does appear that we are live. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Overwatch Oasis League. We are starting up week 5. You might already be watching the other game on the first account, Tater Tots versus I Need Healing, but on this account we have Tantalizers versus Stardust Crusaders. Stardust Crusaders right now 2-0, coming off their week 3 victory over that said Tater Tots team. Tantalizers still winless this season, but coming off a close loss to the defending champion White Walkers. I am Mr. Game and Kirby, and casting the game tonight is Red Hood Kitty.
Hello, and welcome everybody. We got one heck of a match coming up.
I know. I actually am excited to see this game. Both of these teams have had relatively exciting seasons so far. Obviously, Tantalizers starting to improve a lot, actually looking pretty solid against both Diving Phoenix and White Walkers. Both teams I had high expectations for opening the season. Whereas Stardust Crusaders, I have them at number 1 in the power rankings. They've looked really great so far, kind of becoming one of the Overwatch Oasis' first super team. Kind of got a lot of members of Corey Nova and other free agents. They're looking really dominant to start off this season.
And we do see Tantalizers coming up with a quite different lineup, with, you know, Bill finally on that tank role.
Yep, the hashtag LetVil tank has finally been realized, but even still, J-Rod and Parson Pixie on DPS, and Rusha Rose and Crunchy Magi on Sport. Actually, that's not new. Both of the teams running the Symmetra here. Beezer gonna get the opening pick onto J-Rod, rapidly able to take out Crunchy Magi. So far this fight is all Stardust Crusaders, and that will be it. Rusha Rose, the only one to survive. Gonna look for maybe a cheeky boop kill, but almost gets booped themselves.
He's gonna have to
retreat. Yes, actually will. So there it is, the first capture for Stardust Crusaders.
Yeah, it looks like Beezer may be getting more practice into that sim. Oh, and Rusha does fall.
Oh no, Rusha not able to make it back. And J-Rod getting staggered early in this fight is not going to be good here. We are going to see some swaps on the side of Tantalizers. Pretty much the entire team swapping around. They're going to go with the weird double shield with the Ryan Winston variation, but they're going to go with the Mei Pharah for the TPS combo.
Yeah, here I think the Winston's just more for that sim, and I guess more damage trying to stay away from all those turrets.
Possibly. Yeah, we're gonna have to see how they want to dive in here, but Rusha Rose already down, swapping to that Ana, insane. Not gonna live too much longer either. Weepy Ghost already doing really well on this Junkrat here, getting very early picks. Villain being pushed back, gets the barrier destroyed and goes down. J-Rod still here with Crunchy Magi, but probably not gonna survive for too much longer, and that will be it. And Stardust Crusaders already at 60%, and they haven't even had to expend an ultimate yet.
Yeah, it seems like here Tantalizers may just not know what to really run into. There's a lot of damage with Sim and Junkrat. So
yeah, a lot of poke. Yeah, they're just having trouble initiating in these team fights. Early Bionic Grenade from Rusha Rose. They're already taking a lot of splash damage from the Junkrat and the Sim. A lot of ults here on the side of Stardust Crusaders, and this is pretty much last fight territory. Insane tries to jump in here, but Villian actually getting the opening pick here. That's huge. No tire will be available. They still have a lot of ults to survive, and here's one. The Coalescence coming out from Urapi, as well as the sound barrier from Sidomia. Villian tried to pop the Shatter, but I don't know if it really got a whole lot. And both support ults coming out on the side of Tantalizers. They are getting the picks, but here comes Weavy Ghost Tire. Will it be enough to turn this team fight around? It does get 2, but Mag Dragon is antied, and Crunchy Magi able to get that res. Look at that, Mag Dragon and Beezer though, with the beam staying alive right now, and Weavy Ghost is back. Insane has to pop the Primal Rage in order to keep this fight alive, and J-Rod has to use the Barrage as well. Tantalizers are gonna win the fight, it looks like, but at what cost?
yeah, we do see that Stardust do still have that teleporter up, so they have a quick route back to point. But Villa is able to take out a lot of the rest of Stardust Crusaders, and they're able to capture the point.
So now Stardust Crusaders gonna have to retake the point, but they do have the grab. That was the kind of one ult they didn't use in that previous team fight, I think, because Strife built it, or used it early, and well, there's Weeby Ghost taking out J-Rod, and I don't know if that's in a resible position. He was too far, and here comes the teleport. Shatter coming out, and Rooster Rose is already down. Billion trying to counter with a Shatter of their own, but I think the ults are just going to be too much. Tantalizers had to use a little too much on their retake, and that will be Stardust Crusaders taking the first map here. J-Rod gonna try to touch, not able to effectively use the second concussion mine in the air.
Almost made it there.
Yeah, he almost
missed the
did.
window. Just barely missed that window.
Yeah, I think what happened there is he accidentally, or the way it worked is he threw his concussion mine and it landed on it stuck onto the wall, and when he detonated it, it blew him back down towards the ground. So unfortunate here, and we do have another good sim point here. You could argue even better than the previous map. So Parsnip Pixie back on the sim, gonna try and be the first one onto the point here, but that is gonna be tough with Sidomia on the Lucio.
Yeah, and even the tanks on the side of Tantalizers are, well, they did switch up to Winston Ball. Insane does make it first to point, almost, not quite yet, never mind.
So both teams teleporting onto the point, as you would expect. Early Immortality Field out from Rusha Rose. Will it buy him enough time to find the picks? Villian already incredibly low, and Rusha and Crunchy already down. This team fight is vastly going in favor of Stardust Crusaders. And they will once again take the first capture here and get that sim set up right off the bat.
Yeah, it seems like, I'm not sure what happened with Tantalizers here. It's just like we said, that speed from Sidomia getting them to the point faster and letting Beasters set up is what really just cost them. Pixie does switch up to a Torb now.
Interesting. Definitely a rare choice to see a team attempting to retake the objective to go with the Torb, and Pixie immediately goes down to Weeby Ghost. Nice headshot there. Weeby Ghost is going low. And here comes the res out from Crunchy Magi, but not going to be able to escape. Weeby Ghost doing such a great job in this backline. Weeby Ghost absolutely going off. Beezer using the Photon Barrier, and that will be another team fight victory here for Stardust Crusaders.
Yeah, it seems like just leaving Weeby Ghost there in the backline. Oh, she gets slept by Rusha, but still she's able to get a lot of damage done. It's completely uncontested right now.
So, here we go. Couple of tank swaps on the side of Tantalizers. They're going to go with the Sigma Zarya. Very interesting choice here. They're going to have to... They do reset their ult economy, however, and that is firmly in the favor of Stardust Crusaders right now. They have another good chance at closing this map out as we approach basically one team fight territory. Good anti onto Magdragon, who is very low, but will get the healing from the Coalescence. Good stun onto Strife, who tried to follow up on the Shatter, but sadly it wasn't enough. Stardust Crusaders will win another team fight, and Billion going down here is gonna be tough for Tantalizers to contest. Insane gonna have to swap back to the ball.
I'm not sure they'll be able to touch there. J-Rod does have Deadeye, but gets more of a zoning ult here.
Takes out Bob, so consolation prize. Nano boost on to Insane, but not able to survive for too long. A good anti from Rusha Rose, but there's the Graviton Surge. J-Rod was able to take out one, but I think that is going to be it. Stardust Crusaders will take a fairly convincing Lijiang Tower here and go up 1-0 in the series.
Yeah, that's a really impressive look on Stardust Crusaders, but still, Tantalizers were putting up big fights, like trying to get those swaps to counter the sim. But not sure.
We'll have to see if the Tantalizers continue to play more of their off roles here, or if we will see players like J-Rod go back to tank and Parsnip Pixie back to support with Vinline. We'll have to see how they want to run with this. Perhaps they've been liking what Parsnip Pixie has been showing in scrims or whatnot on the sim, so they were thinking maybe they could get an early advantage on the control maps. So I would imagine we'll see a more standard team composition coming out from the Tantalizers here as we head into Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean that was an impressive look from Vil on tank, especially with that Reinhardt play of the game. Maybe just the pairing of her and Insane might have not been like gotten too much
For
work on
sure.
yet.
Definitely a lot of, individual tank success is also very much reliant on
Your
your
off tank, your tank
yeah
partner,
your
yes.
other tank, yeah. So yeah, it definitely felt a couple times Villain and Insane weren't 100% on the same page. As much as it's good to see Villain finally realize the dream of let Vil tank. I think if the Tantalizers want the best chance to win, I think they bring J-Rod back in here to play main tank with Insane on off, who those two have actually shown some pretty solid synergy, especially in that White Walkers game.
Or even then, even if they put J-Rod with Vil, like it did seem, what was it in the second round? She was getting a good amount of work done on Zarya. So if you paired that up with J-Rod's aggressive Reinhardt, you might have something, something great that could be happening right there. But let's just see what they roll with next.
I almost wonder, because I think one of the main reasons why Stardust Crusaders won that map is, and the reason I think they had the superior team comp, is they committed a little more to having the brawl with the sim, whereas Tantalizers, they were kind of running a dive, which I don't know if that 100% synergizes with the sim and the supports they were going for. So perhaps just a little bit of a compositional mismatch for Stardust Crusaders. But we've been talking about Tantalizers a lot. Stardust Crusaders also deserve a lot of credit. Their Weeby Ghost putting on a clinic so far, I think, has not really played a whole lot so far this season. Was really good last season. We'll have to see if they can keep up the play. They do have a lot of people on the bench here, including Wakaucha, who's been absolutely phenomenal this season so far. They could put Uravity on DPS as well. So Stardust Crusaders, one of the biggest things that they have is they have a lot of depth. I mean, right now 6 people on the bench, and all of you could argue that 6 would be a pretty solid starting 6, honestly. Like legitimately have Firestorm, Revel, Wakaucha on DPS, take the Strap and Token Panda on support, and Zanny and Eldritch are on tank. That actually wouldn't be half bad.
I'm still surprised that Firestorm, I guess sort of retired from DPS and went on to
That is true.
support.
That is true.
Because their
So
Junkrat was
maybe,
just always really amazing. Like, they
yeah,
would always get really huge tires, and I always enjoyed watching their Junkrat.
I would
But
agree.
I've heard a lot of
Maybe in
good
this,
things about their support.
yeah, really has been a pivotal reason to why the team has had so much success. On the lower end of the SR spectrum, I believe is low gold on support, so certainly helps in terms of. Oh, actually,
Who,
is currently bronze on support, so that certainly helps them put in strong lineups as well, and they don't see a downgrade in overall play. So
yeah, definitely. It might
so
just be that,
maybe
that the whole, they don't play as much comp, just do their placements and
that's true, and that's always how it's been for Corgi Core. They've never been one to play comp, which is kind of um, it kind of shows, especially when you looked at Zelda Tashik in season 2 and 3, and you saw that she was in gold. You're like, what the heck? You're playing like a diamond player, like.
oh yeah, that was
So,
always that always struck me as really crazy that she was even low gold. I think the highest she hit was like 2200. But her
But that's the
Zarya was
thing, like
just
this,
ridiculous. It was literally an immortal Zarya. You could never kill her.
and that's the thing. Again, this team just typically does not play a lot of comp, and that's fine. They play a lot of scrims. They like to play in this team environment, and obviously back in season 2 and 3, they were among the best at that. So perhaps that might be the winning
Oh
formula.
my god, they did give me Hollywood lineup. I'm just sitting here waiting for the Stardust Crusader lineup, and it's already there. Okay, we are having Mag move up to support now, which is her main role.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be Eldritch and Strive on tank this round, though. I think Eldritch plays more. Do they play more like off tank? Do they?
Um, God, there's been a lot of swapping around with this tank lineup, but yes, kind of plays a lot more Zarya and maybe some Sigma. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see maybe a Ryan Zarya comp coming out here for Stardust Crusaders.
Or even Double Shield. Double Shield has been really popular lately.
It's too interesting. It does look like Draxum is going to come in and play some tank here, which should be interesting. He does actually have a pretty good Roadhog. Perhaps they're going to want to play a Roadhog comp with maybe double off tank with a Zarya, or maybe with a Reinhardt, or maybe play like a bunker with an Orisa. We'll have to see.
And they do have. Oh, they did put Rush on DPS, like I said, and Rush has always been. Her Hanzo was really scary back. I think, what was it, the game with. I think it was game 1 against. Wasn't it
Diving
Diving Phoenix? Yeah, that they were keeping up with. I forgot who they were going up against. That they kept.
Oh, Psycho Zordon.
I think, yeah, it was Psycho Zordon. Yeah, that Rusha started out Widow, then kept getting shot by Psycho Zordon's Hanzo. And when they switched, Rusha just kept killing Psycho Zordon. And we do have both readies, by the way, so let's go.
Yeah, Rusha also played incredibly well against White Walkers. Really dominating, had that heroic play on Eichenwald. It looked grim, it looked like the Tantalizers were going to lose that map, but Rusharos hits a nice 2k with the Deadeye and was able to turn around that last
I
team
remember
fight
that.
on,
I hated that.
Yeah.
That was me. That I tried to put the shield up as Sigma, and I don't know what happened. It was up.
I know. I was confused about that on broadcast as well, but you know, sometimes in a game like this, it's a matter of pixels that leads to life and death.
That was so frustrating, but yeah. Oh, look, a sim on Hollywood. I don't see that as often.
It's interesting. You are overall seeing a lot less defense sim, just because she works so much better in very aggressive brawl comps, but certainly can still work. We're actually going to see Draxum play some Sigma here, so a bit of a double shield comp, and I was correct on Stardust Crusaders running the Rhine Zarya. Coucha going to be on that Junkrat, and Weebigo is going to be on the signature Echo. It was definitely one of the better Echoes last season in Tier 3, so here we go, both teams poking right here at the initial choke. Both teams have the Mercy, Quench Magi on the BAP, and Meg Dragon on the Moira. We are going to see Stardust Crusaders take the back alleyway rotation. Coucha trying to get aggressive here, does have to be careful and watch out for sim turrets. We are actually going to see Weeby and Sidomia kind of go on a flank a little bit. Coucha actually able to take out Swap Danim, that will get res, and Coucha now goes down, punished for the aggression, and maybe not resable. Actually, Sidomia is going to be able to slip into the back line and get that res, and now the tanks are going aggressive. They've got 2 picks already. Eldritch Arcana doing excellent so far on the Zarya, incredibly high charged, and that will be Stardust Crusaders getting point A.
A very impressive point. I think they're still doing that, signature corgis, long rotation around. Seems like
Yeah, it was
Stardust
nice.
have adopted that and taken it.
Yeah, they played that rotation very patiently. They got the opening pick, forced out the res, had BB Ghost on the flank. So here we go. Payload now moving through point B. Ult advantage is fairly even on both sides. Both teams building up a lot of ults. We'll see who wants to initiate here. Here's the Valkyrie coming out from Sidomia, as well as the Dragons from Rusha Rose. It's not going to find anything. J-Rod shatters right into the shield, and here comes the duplicate. Out from Weeby Ghost, goes into the Rhine. Pretty much every one of the ults is getting popped right now. Strife able to use the shatter, and here comes the tire. It gets to great ultimate usage from Stardust Crusaders, and they're going to keep this payload moving through point B.
That was a really great flux from Drags. I think it got, what, like 4 members? Just not enough damage to actually make it get anything out of it.
Yeah, I think that all kind of started to go wrong when J-Rod missed his shatter. They had a really good chance to maybe pair those ults together, but execution was not there. Swap Danum already down. Weeby Ghost playing so aggressive as his Eldritch Arcana. They're right up in the choke, trying to cause as much damage, make sure J-Rod can't get through. And there's the Graviton Surge. Strife actually goes down first though, and here comes the Amplification Matrix. Payload is actually not moving. Rusha Rose on the flank is with Swab Danum. And the picks are certainly going back and forth. Eldritch Arcana still here though, absolutely dominating on this Zarya, but with Rusha Rose getting the pick onto Wakaucha, I think that will be it. And Tantalizers are going to be able to stabilize here just outside of point B.
Yeah, here it seemed like that grab on the right side of the door. Just it did get a few of them, but there was still the respawns, especially of Rusha on left door.
Yeah, definitely one of those things where it was actually kind of easy to stop the follow-up from the grab because they could only shoot through the door. They just needed to have the shield up and they couldn't get hit. Wakaucha on the Widow immediately gets a headshot on the Crunchy Magi. Wakaucha was absolutely dominating on Widow in their first game. Can't remember who it was against. I would need to look. Both of the tanks, though, pretty low on Stardust Crusaders, and there's another shatter from J-Rod. This time it hits, and Eldritch Arcana is already down. Kid from Weeby Ghost already builds up the shatter and takes out Parsnip Pixie. The Flux from Draxum not really able to finish off anyone, and it does look like Stardust Crusaders will be able to capture point B off of a great duplicate from Weeby Ghost.
Yeah, honestly, that seemed to be going on the side of Tantalizers after the J-Rod shatter, but all the damage from Stardust Crusaders and everything else just wasn't quite enough.
So 3.5 minutes on the clock for Stardust Crusaders to capture all 3 points here on Hollywood. Swab Danum has a tire ready, but is very low, has to be careful. Rusha Rose opens the fight by taking out Weeby Ghost. Actually, it was Swab taking out Wakaucha that will get res, and here comes the tire. It gets taken out. Wakaucha with a great shot to take out the tire, but now without going down themselves. J-Rod trying to get aggressive, has to be careful. Mag Dragon using the Coalescence right now, and Eldritch Arcana continuing to dominate. Parsnip Pixie is down. Sidomia though caught in a bit of a compromising position. Rusha Rose able to take him out, so the team fight still relatively up for grabs. Swamp Danum is down. Rusha Rose might have to use this Deadeye sooner rather than later. They have to be careful. Both tank ults available for Stardust Crusaders. J-Rod also has the shatter available. Both teams playing this patiently right now. The Ghost going down, and they're gonna pair the Amplification Matrix with the Deadeye. Stardust Crusaders smartly backs away out of the sight lines, so neither of those ults do much more than zone Stardust Crusaders out of the choke. Wakaucha has to be careful. Already incredibly low, and Rusha takes him out. Weeby Ghost returns the favor though, so a 5v5 still on the point here. Sidomia getting the res, no res available for Tantalizers as they're on a map. And here comes another duplicate from Weeby Ghost, already building up another shatter, and here it goes. Both shatters actually coming out from both Ryans on the side of Stardust Crusaders. J-Rod did use his shatter early on the fight, but it didn't really get much follow-up, and Swab Danum gets another tire taken out. Focusing Beam takes him out. Now the team fight is still very up for grabs. Here comes the Gravitic Flux from Draxum, but Mag Dragon using the Coalescence should keep everyone on Stardust Crusaders, relatively healthy. Crunchy Magi not able to get away, gets taken out by Strifes. Fire striking with Eldritch Arcana, getting rezzed and getting all that charge back. This isn't looking good for Tantalizers. It's very close. Payload is to approaching the end, and Wakaucha completely all alone up here on the high ground. Parson, Pixie, and J-Rod not able to touch. And that will be all 3 points captured for Stardust Crusaders.
Whew. Not every day you see 3 shatters in the span of 2 minutes.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. Both Strife and Weeby Ghost using the shatter at the same time. That
right after J-Rod used his as well. It's just a display from Wakaucha and Weeby Ghost on those. The Echo and the Widow was. It's just gonna be hectic to try and match. Especially, I'm sure Wakaucha's gonna go Widow here, with this being such a good map for hit scans. But we do have Rusha on Widow as well on attack.
Yeah, not gonna lie, when Stardust Crusaders started off on the attack with the Junkrat with Wakaucha, I was a little disappointed. I wanted to see more of that Widow. To see now gonna be on the Ashe here. Maybe a little bit better for defense oriented, you know, that extra poke damage with the dynamite.
Yeah, I mean with Bob and with the Junkrat, especially the tire, feels like Ashe Junk has always been a really strong DPS duo combo.
Draxum, as I alluded to earlier, is going to play the Hog here on attack. This is exactly the comp that I was thinking they would maybe play in terms of the tanks. Parson, Pixie, and Crunchy Magi onto a more Tantalizers traditional Moira Mercy comp here. Night Dragon going on to the BAP now. And it looks like Tantalizers looking to maybe take a similar rotation that Stardust Crusaders went on their attack. Stardust Crusaders obviously going to be very aware of that, and Rusha Rose getting the opening pick onto Wakaucha. We'll see if that can even be res. Might be too risky. Rusha Rose now in position, basically alone here at the front of the point. Strife going to try and get a pin kill. It's not really going to work. Good res from Sidomi onto Weeby Ghost, but they're already down in this fight. Eldritch Arcana goes down. Nice hook from Draxum. I think that will be it. Only Weeby and Mag Dragon here. Weeby actually gets the tire, so here we go. There's 2 right there. Weeby Ghost still alive. Wakaucha coming back and taking out Rusha. Weeby Ghost still getting picks. Only the tanks here for Tantalizers.
Oh
and
no.
J-Rod getting taken out of the shatter. I don't think they're even gonna get a tick. They're not going to. Parson Pixie's gonna try and recontest, but it's too late. Swab Danom up on the high ground. It's not gonna matter. The Stardust Crusaders able to hang on thanks to a great tire from Weeby Ghost. Built that up so incredibly fast.
No, not just the tire, but just being able to stay alive against. Was it Crunchy Magi, Draxum, and J-Rod?
Wakaucha initially taking out Swab Danom, but will get traded out by Rusha. Rusha has the sights. Possibly will use them here. Ooh, sneaky res from Crunchy Magi to get Swab Danom back into this fight. Mag Dragon is down. Rusha Rose getting another pick, but Swab Danom immediately going down again. Tantalizers have to be careful. Weeby Ghost has another tire. No one gets caught in the grab, but the tire is out and takes out Parson Pixie, and I think it's another team fight victory here for Stardust Crusaders. Draxum gonna try and get an exit kill, but now has to be careful himself. Already has taken the breather and is incredibly low and will get taken out, so under 2 minutes here for the Tantalizers, and 2 kind of disappointing team fights that looked to be in their favor right off the bat is leading them with absolutely no progress on point A.
Yeah, it's just a little bit. Oh, we do have Soul Diamond switching up to a Pharah here. Maybe to try and get more poke damage on the Junkrat.
Yeah, possibly. This is definitely kind of interesting. They're really banking on Rusha getting those opening picks onto Wakaucha. Swab Danom already doing quite a bit of damage and does force out the Immortality Field from Mag Dragon. Everyone on the side of Stardust Crusaders, relatively healthy, good bubble onto Strife after he got hooked. And Wakaucha takes out Swab Danom. J-Rod with another shatter. Not gonna find anything, and Strife shows him how it's done. Gets a nice shatter to clean up that team fight, and only 45 seconds left for the Tantalizers to avoid the full hold.
It would seem like J-Rod gets really close to landing those shatters if only he waited a couple more seconds for Strife's shield to go down. But it's just, I guess, that hesitation.
So now they're gonna try to commit to more of a shield breaky comp with the Roadhog, Hanzo, and the Soldier here. Support ults are active for Tantalizers, and they are gonna start off with the Valkyrie. Here comes the Tire, and it gets two. This isn't looking good for the Tantalizers, and I think that will probably be it. Only 5 seconds left. Only the supports available. Parson Pixie actually did find one, and J-Rod is here on the Wrecking Ball. It's gonna be tough though. Parson Pixie incredibly low in the health pack room. That will be it. Suave Dan, I'm gonna be able to make it. No, actually gets booped. And that will be it. Stardust Crusaders with a couple of very convincing wins here to start off the series. They lead 2-0.
Weeby Ghost just absolutely dominating on this Junkrat.
And this is the play right here. And then he takes out J-Rod to
30 health.
That beautiful trance.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Takes out 2 with 30 health.
Unbelievable play. An unbelievable trap placement too. That was just textbook from Weeby Ghost. Already kinda saying that, hey, I'm probably gonna be the DPS MVP for and yeah, wow, that was 2 great performances here to start off the match.
I mean, this is the reason why Weeby Ghost also plays tier 2. This just that display is ridiculous. Alright, so what's our next map? Volskaya Industries. Okay. Let's go to none. Now we gotta swap everybody around. And we gotta switch the names.
Yeah, we'll see for Tantalizers, maybe attacking first here. Perhaps let them set the tone on the map first. Possibly help them get back into the series.
Yeah, we still have a very, a good chance of having a reverse sweep, so... Oh, that's the wrong thing. I'm so sorry. There we go. I need to swap spectators. So we can't count our Tantalizers out just yet. Okay. And I think we might have disconnected. I know her internet can be kind of have her moments here and there. Wait, what am I? Okay, that's insane.
Well, they won't be playing on Volskaya anyway, so they can figure that out in between maps. Looks like we're gonna see Uravdi come in and play some DPS here. Now cannot play on his signature tank role in Tier 3, which definitely, it is always sad to see some players hit Diamond, even though it probably needed to be done. Uravdi definitely was starting to outgrow
Tier 3?
Tier 3 a little bit. Kind of felt like he dominated almost every single game he played. And to be fair, he's still showing great things so far in this season, playing on both DPS and support, so still a great player in his own right.
Yeah, I think his Reinhardt always scared me. Able to build an ult in what seemed like 30 seconds. And it was always a call out. Just if you see we already on tank on Reinhardt, he probably has Shatter already.
Yeah, I'll always assume Gravity has Shatter.
Yeah. Okay, I think I got... Yep. Now we just need our readies. We can move on to 2CP. I think with Wakucha and still on Stardust, I'm sure we'll see them playing hit scan. I know Uravity plays a pretty good Mei, and this can be a very May-friendly map. Or his Junkrat. His Junkrat is also very, very good. And we know how Tier 3 loves Junkrats. And I'm not sure, maybe we'll see Ball and Hog Torture from Tantalizers with Insane and Draxen both in. The score is currently 2-0 for Stardust Crusaders, Eldritch. And I believe that's Eldritch from Rogue Knights, not Eldritch Arcana. We got readies from Stardust. I'm actually surprised that they're keeping Strife and Eldritch Arcana on tank, not bringing in Zanny Boy. Who's still
Yeah,
on the
there are a
bench.
lot of people who haven't played tonight. Stardust Crusaders kind of on that mentality of if it's not broke, don't fix it. But again, we were talking about the depth that this team has. I don't think they really ever see a downgrade when they bring some of these other players in. So I'm a little surprised to see a lot of these people on the bench not getting much play time. I don't know if it's SR reasons or whatnot, but obviously Stardust Crusaders feeling very confident with what they have right now.
Well, I think their current lineup is running pretty high up there with the 56. I think with only Mag and Uravity being 11s on their rolls. But hopefully they do bring in. I know Zanny, I know he's been playing a lot of Hog recently. He's enjoying that Hog. And of
And
course
Ball as
Azara's
well.
Ball? I haven't really seen him playing Ball. I know he plays Zarya a lot. With having one of our, I guess, Cosmic Dawn coaches. Kind of probably still. I know I hear him in my ear. Memo. Always yelling at us to
Yep.
alternate fire. Yeah. It's always fun when I'm playing just randomly quick blame, trying to have fun playing Zarya, and I see Memo spectating, and all I hear is like, "Kitty, why aren't you alternate fire?" He's like, "Dude, let me just have fun. Let me just do my thing, please. I know you're a top 500 Zarya, but I'm not. I'm like, I'm a potato at it. Just let me be."
It's funny. I think people don't know this about me, but I actually used to play a lot of tank back before I even joined the league, but obviously now I've mainly switched to full-time support, and I don't plan on switching at all in the future.
Really? How come? Just have
Because
more
I
fun
like
on
playing
support.
support.
Yeah, I like playing support too. Tank is kind of more stressful. Support, you just get to chill in the back. If people need healing, just give them a tap
We'll
here
see.
and there.
Maybe I'll start playing some DPS. Maybe bring back the sim from the summit days.
Oh my goodness, yeah, your sim is crazy. And I think whenever you played Doomfist a few times, ugh.
I will say I am a little rusty on DPS because I've mainly been playing support, but let's see.
Oh, that's why Weeby left. They
Where
went
are
to
we?
sleep. Okay, good night, Weeby. Score is still 2. Oh, for Stardust Crusaders.
So you're telling me they might be asleep when they possibly receive the DPS MVP award?
Probably. It's okay. What's a spammer with at?
Although Lucaucha right there too, playing an excellent Widowmaker there on Hollywood. So here we go, heading to Volskaya. Score is currently 2-0 in favor of Stardust Crusaders. This time though, Tantalizers are going to start on the attack, so perhaps going to try and get themselves some momentum here.
Yeah, this could be the map that gives Stardust Crusaders this match win, or it could initiate the reverse sweep for Tantalizers. Still anybody's game.
We are going to see some more Ryan Zarya coming out here on the side of Stardust Crusaders, who are actually going to be on the Junkrat here. So definitely an interesting comp here on Full Sky Industries, but one that certainly can work. Sidomia still pondering, gonna go with the Moira, so a Moira Mercy comp. We do see Villain checking in on support for the first time tonight, gonna play that signature Ana with Crunchy Magi on the map. Lucia and Swap Danum gonna elect for the double sniper, and we're gonna see a Sigma Hog comp, which we actually did see be a little bit of meta there, especially if you watch the Overwatch League towards the Grand Finals. So here we go. We'll see if this is the comp that can bring them back into the series.
And we have our first pause.
Disconnecting. So, well, it's unfortunate, but this is a really good chance for Tantalizers to take advantage and capture point A. Whatever it takes, I guess. But they still do have to execute. They are going to have to go against this Wakaucha Widow and Uravity Junkrat that can take out people very quickly. Perhaps Wakaucha gets the opening pick onto Rusha, and now fight is...
Sigh. He said he hasn't DC'd in weeks, and he's like, why now? Oh, it just happens sometimes. At least it's a good thing he DC'd before he got any actual ult charge, and he was playing Moira, so he can get back pretty fast.
Yeah, I actually would not be surprised if he goes Lucio here to quickly get to the points.
Oh yes.
Yeah, if I were Tantalizers.
The infamous Lucio Mercy comps.
That's a throwback to the very early days of Overwatch, but yeah, if I were the Tantalizers, I would not even hesitate for a second. You go in, make sure the shield's on the Widow, get Rusha in a position to get a pick and take this point A. You need any sort of momentum you can get. You cannot possibly waste this opportunity to starting off on on a 6v5 here to be denied point A.
Especially with Stardust losing, their main healer. Matt can only do so much healing, and he's gonna have to keep up Strive, Eldritch, and Uravity.
And it's possible that maybe Meg was gonna pocket Wakaucha anyway, so maybe Wakaucha will have to be without a pocket, although Rusha was gonna be without one anyway. Obviously, we still do have to see if Sidomia comes back within the allotted time. Hopefully he will be able to, as you don't want to see, as much as we want to see Tantalizers hopefully come back in the series and force it to a map 5. You don't want to see it happen
this way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that definitely would be unfortunate for Stardust Crusaders if they had to play an entire map down 5v6. But again, I gotta sorry, Red Hood Kitty, I gotta bring up this story though. Remember Agents of Slime back in Season 1? They won a tiebreaker map down a player against Legion of Doom. That was one of the crazier moments we've ever seen. I don't want to remind you of it, Kitty, but
I think I blocked that out of my mind. I didn't remember that.
Happen, so.
I was thinking more of Volskaya when Froggo DC'd this very map.
That's true. When the Misfits were in Season 2 in their first game, and they actually almost won that map 5v6. It was very close. I think it came down to the wire. So. Yeah, that was definitely... I don't know if a lot of people know the story, but that was definitely one of the more infamous moments if you're within the Misfits Summit kind of know about. So we won't get into it though here.
One heck of a game, but oh yeah, looks like our time has come, so we must...
the time limit up?
Yep.
So Here we go. Obviously, Sidomia will be able to come back in if he's able to.
Alrighty, so time is up. We gotta unpause and we gotta move forward. Like we said, if Saitama can make it back. If not, sorry. We gotta be, gotta be.
So here we go. Rushiro's getting up into that little cubby Wakaucha though. Just what I was talking about. Actually, Magdragon is gonna stay pocketing Wakaucha and kind of trust the rest of the team to be able to get things done. So now still a 5v5 right now. Tantalizers taking the side rotation, trying to get to the high ground on the attacker's left side of the point. Gravity's still up on the high ground here, trying to poke out these tanks, but has to get away. Draxum was going after him. So here we go. Swap Danim on the low ground as well as Rusha. Rusha trying to find that pivotal pick onto Wakaucha. Wakaucha on the high ground barely avoids the accretion. Wakaucha does go down. Magdragon will get that res, and Gravity takes out Villian, so a lot of healing down from the Tantalizers. Rushiro's now in a great position without having to worry about Wakaucha to get a bunch of picks. Draxum goes down though. Gravity taking out Crunchy Magi, and hey, there's one team fight here for Stardust Crusaders. They're remaining strong on the defense.
Yeah, that's actually quite incredible to see that. Even with Rusha taking out Wakaucha twice after getting res for Stardust Crusaders just to hold this.
We'll have to see if they have the tire available now. Draxum is actually going to swap to the Diva, so a very bizarre Sigma Diva comp, and Wakaucha opening with the kill onto Rusha. Oh, the humanity right now, and Gravity, Tantalizers didn't even notice him. He's in the room here, does a lot of damage, and here comes the tire. Ooh,
oh, that was
good
nice.
immortality field from Crunchy Magi. Good bubble though onto Uravity, and Uravity able to escape Draxum out of mech. Eldritch Arcana, incredibly high charge, shooting through the shield right now. Wakaucha taking out Rusha again. Wakaucha. I thought Weeby Ghost was an obvious shoo-in for DPS MVP, but Wakaucha still absolutely dominating tonight. Insane, incredibly low. Crunchy Magi goes down at less than 90 seconds, Kitty. Less than 90 seconds that.
And Wakaucha's getting a double kill on the tanks.
This is absolutely insane right now. We have not seen something on this level since that Agents of Slime Legion of Doom game all the way back in Season 1. Can Stardust Crusaders pull this off? 60 seconds left and the Tantalizers are still making swaps. Swap Danim onto the Junkrat to try and match Gravity. Draxum trying to get the dive here, and they're initiating the fight with the Amplification Matrix, forcing Stardust Crusaders back, and here comes the Gravitic Flux. Swap Danim already down though. Rushiro's though gets a pivotal pick onto Wakaucha, and nice deny of the res from Draxum. Strife though still able to take out Crunchy Magi. 30 seconds to go. Elite gonna pop the Coalescence, and here comes the tire. It gets taken out by Rusha. That was a clutch shot. Rusha up on the high ground, able to take out Eldritch Arcana. This is it. They have to do it now. Gravity's still alive. Rusha goes down. Gravity getting the picks. Here come the respawns from Tantalizers. 10 seconds left to go. Insane coming. Wakaucha is back, trying to get the headshots. No one's looking at Wakaucha. Free reign on the point right here. And there's the shatter coming out from Strife. Eldritch Arcana also has the Graviton Surge, and Wakaucha getting a double kill. This can't be happening right now. Gravity, here comes the res. Crunchy Magi able to get it off. Swap Danim is back here. Rusha Rose gets the pick onto Wakaucha. Swap Danim taking out Gravity. This fight is still incredibly close. Rusha up on the high ground is incredibly low though. And the overtime, it's gonna run back, and they do it. They do it. Stardust Crusaders.
Goodness gracious.
The 5v6. The 5v6, they do it! Unbelievable! And Sidomia is back!
Oh my god, oh no. You can just probably hear in the Stardust Crusader comms him coming back and just them letting him know that they full held it.
And we're
No!
to leave.
Oh my god! What is happening?
This is one of the more bizarre last 10 minutes of an Overwatch Oasis stream that I have seen. This is quite unprecedented here in the Overwatch Oasis League. We'll have to see if Wakaucha can come back here, but even luckier for Stardust Crusaders now that they're on the attack is that they don't really have to worry about having someone needing to get back to point.
And apparently Bill was also having 1200 ping.
Oh.
Oh my.
So maybe
goodness.
the servers tonight are just not.
Okay, we'll couch is back.
That certainly does not help. And certainly playing as Ana there, definitely want to make sure you have good ping. So we'll see now. All Tantalizers can get here is the
draw. Even then, this is
here.
game 4.
Yeah.
Stardust Crusaders now.
Essentially.
Okay.
Certainly would be huge though to get the draw and perhaps win on Rialto. So correct. That's our
Junkertown, actually.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, Junkertown. Yep. It is Junkertown. You are correct. So we'll see though. I mean, if Stardust Crusaders able to get the full hold with 5 people, certainly with 6 people, you'd like their chances, especially now with 2 supports instead of the 1. You gotta shout out Mag Dragon there with exceptional solo healing. Did not really fall a lot in that team fight, so even when Wakaucha went down, they just went right back to solo healing.
Yeah. Even then, it's just the positioning of Stardust to be separated, not all crunched up, give Mag enough room to fly around and not get picked off. That was exceptional.
Yeah, they actually played that really smart with the DPS kind of going on their own ways and having the tanks kind of grouped up. That was actually really smart because they were able to attack from multiple different directions, but have that kind of steady brawl on point. Trey's right off the bat, swap ban him though. Whoa, okay. This is still a little fight here from Tantalizer, wanting to get this draw here. Wakaucha able to take out Crunchy Magi though. That's going to be a huge pick though. We'll have to see if Stardust Crusaders are able to take advantage of this. They do have the Lucio and the Junkrat, so they will quickly get this 6v5 back up, and Rusha Rose is down. Turret also gets destroyed. Eldritch Arcana already high charged. Drax, I'm trying to pin, but it's not gonna matter. And unbelievably, Stardust Crusaders get the 5v6 full hold and take the 1 tick they need to officially clinch the series 3-0.
Sharpshooter, oh my goodness.
Yeah, this was right at the
Alright, hopefully, let me take a 2-minute break really quick. Oh, that was kind of hectic.
Yeah, I need some water. So, chat, thoughts on what we just witnessed? That insanity that was Volskaya. Certainly one of the unique maps we've seen.
Oop. What happened, Kirby?
What? I was just
I feel like you kind of died
asking
there a little
chat
bit.
their thoughts. What?
Feels like your mic kind of died there for a second.
Oh, it might have. Hopefully it's better.
Alright, so on to Junkertown. Tantalizers might have lost a match, but they can still get a map win here, and it'll hopefully get them a bit, you know, a bit encouraged to keep pushing on here. Okay, now I gotta do all the spectators. And the candies are blue. Except J-Rod, has hot chocolate. You know, can't get with the program. Alright, what is our lineups? We are seeing Zanny come in with Eldritch Arcana. And keeping up the same. Oh, and also Firestorm coming in for Sidomia.
Nice. We are gonna see some of those players that were on the bench for the first 3 maps come in and play one more map.
Also J-Rod back in with Insane this time. Drax, oh Rusha, Drax actually moving to DPS. Not to be I'm not sure if they'll play it or not, but maybe slight spoil. Did run into him on quick play last night, and his Genji was kind of scaring me a little bit. Dill for Pixie. You know how it is with Genji. Sometimes you just can't kill them for some reason. Oh wow, looks like Stars are running their lineup at the max at 58.
Who?
Stardust Crusaders.
Yeah, I think they've got a lot of players on that high plat border right at that 11-10 mark.
Yeah.
They certainly have to get a little creative sometimes with these rosters, and that's possibly why we're not seeing some of these players come in. And, you know, perhaps they are going to have to maybe pick up some players to help them with that, you know, pick up some lower plats or high golds in order to make some of these lineups a little bit easier.
Yeah, I think it did seem that Firestorm went up. Might be a different account that she's a 7 in, because I think I remember that she was a 3 a couple games back. That's what she made it a lot easier for them to run 11s and 9s. They do have 3 11s right at the moment and 2 9s.
Whew. Yeah,
so they're running it at the max
right there.
Yeah. I think the only time I remember seeing that is White Walkers last season, when we somehow were able to make it work, running like 3 2900s.
Yeah, that White Walkers team was certainly insane. Had so many players like right at that plat edge, barely able to make it to the end of the season. But probably going to be maybe a similar situation here for Stardust Crusaders, who I did put at #1 in the power rankings. Quick plug there. Haven't checked those out yet, and yeah, they are, at least to me early on, looking like the team to beat right now.
Yeah, they're looking even stronger than season 2 Corgis?
Ready for battle.
Just with all these...
Yeah, season 2 and 3 Corgis, they won the championships, and yeah, I would argue that, I mean, they even have more good players on this team now. I mean, like we were talking about earlier with the...
And C9, I think it was, Weeby Ghost from
like
C9. And take the strap, yes. Oh, J-Rod touching the doors. What are you doing?
Rapidly starting off from the bash, and we'll see double shield. Our Stardust Crusaders gonna possibly pour some salt in the wound and run pirate ship here on Junkertown. Certainly,
it looks like, yeah, they're running the whole shebang. Double shield, bastion, and with the Mercy Bap.
do have the Widowmaker instead of maybe like a
Pharah, the usually see.
Junkrat, but yeah. Here we go. Early Immortality field out from Firestorm Rebel, and Tantalizers are able to get the hack onto Gravity. J-Rod trying to play aggressive. Immortality out from Crunchy Magi, and J-Rod does go down. The Immortality field did not last long. And now Uravity is positioned in a way it's an
Gets a
immediate triple kill.
Jeez, Uravity. You
Now,
don't have to do it like that.
So now Tantalizer is going to have the tough task of attempting to disrupt the pirate ship, and especially on Junkertown, that can feel like an impossible task at times. J-Rod trying to pin in, gets immediately bursted down by Gravity. Draxum trying to find that. He's able to hack Gravity, but no one really to follow up there, and he actually goes down to Gravity while hacked, and that's point A already for Stardust Crusaders.
Oh, and Crunchy staggered in a really bad spot, and Uravity knows exactly where they are. Oh no.
Oh, this is not good. Mag Dragon going with the Battle Mercy. It's taken out. Ooh, insane. Trying to aggressive here. Caught in the corner. Will he be able to escape? No, not going to be able to get away. And another horrible stagger here. For Tantalizers, they have to keep backing up, keep letting this payload rocket through point B right now. It's already past the first corner. Parson Pixie using the nade a little early there. Here comes the Gravitic Flux out from Zanny Boy. Parson Pixie is down. Insane gonna try and turn this around with the mines, and there's the shatter from J-Rod. It gets a couple, but the couch is still up on the high ground, and Rusha Rose goes down. Gravity, good sleep from Parson Pixie, but sadly, it wasn't in time before a rocket just blew her to smithereens. Crunchy Magi gonna go down as well.
Once again.
And yeah, the pirate ship absolutely dominating on Junkertown, as it frequently does. Draxum, though, has the EMP ready. We'll see if this is possibly what they need in order to shut down pirate ship.
We also do have the swap to a Junkrat from Rusha, who gets taken down immediately by Uravity. Sorry. And also swap to a Hog on Insane instead of that ball now.
Yeah, so even less, or I guess, yeah, a little less shielding overall, but Insane could possibly take some of that damage. And here comes the nano boost onto J-Rod, but he's not in a position to really follow up. And there's the EMP. A couple picks so far, as Annie-Boy did get 2 with the Gravitic Flux. Teamfight's still up for grabs. Valine leaving, luckily not in the game. Still up for grabs, and Eldritch Arcana playing around the shield incredibly well. Draxum has to translocate away, but through the translocator, right in a compromising spot. And look at this, the payload, it's there! Contested at 0.06 meters, nice shatter from J-Rod, but will the follow-up either? I'm not 100% sure. Gravity coming back with the tank configuration. And a plethora of other alts coming online here for both of these teams. And oh, look at this. Oh, double kill, triple kill with the tank configuration using the amplification matrix. And 4 minutes and 6 seconds in the time bank for Stardust Crusaders. Last week on Havana, Stardust Crusaders, they lost a late map to Tater Tots. They are saying, nah, we don't wanna lose any more of these maps. We wanna get a full name, and they have a really good chance to here with a massive time bank.
I guess I can well. Yeah, it did seem that Tantalizers were more focused on trying to get those, you know, excuse me, counters for the Bastion, but didn't really have much for the Widow.
Mm-hmm.
You're putting everything.
Yeah,
You got the Ana, the Hog, the Sombra, but Couch is just left to do whatever they want.
You know, maybe it's just me being a frequent Zen player, but a lot of the times I feel like people underrate Zen against a Bastion. Like, putting that Discord orb onto the Bastion is really helpful. It just makes those dives quicker, makes it so that Bastion does, you know, less damage because he dies quicker. And then even for possible shield break, if they're running 2 shields, I gotta say, I think Zen is very underrated in terms of taking out Bastions.
Yeah, I don't think I've been seeing Sen as much in either tiers, honestly. Tier 3 and Tier 2.
That is a shame. I want to start playing
maybe with,
in
you
more,
know, the new
Pizza Planet games.
with the new changes to BAB, we might be seeing Zen a bit more. Oh, okay, you're rabbiting.
Possibly. Rushiro's getting the immediate pick on Wakaucha, but Draxum not able to get in position to get onto that payload. Mag Dragon gonna get the res onto Wakaucha, but immediately goes down to Rushiro's. Happy though. Returning the favor. Still about a 5v5 here on the points, but obviously spawn advantage. Certainly favoring Tantalizers right now. Draxum gonna kind of hang out and spawn to try and find those picks. Zanny Boy on the Wrecking Ball trying to find a good dive target. Does get accreted by Insane. Is gonna have to be careful. Uses the shielding. And is going to be able to get away, but there's a good sleep on Eldritch Arcana, who is down. Wakaucha though, continuing to get these picks.
And the teabag from J-Rod. Okay. Okay, dude.
Draxum up on the bridge, and the tire takes out 2 J-Rod and Parsnip Pixie, which might give Stardust Crusaders enough time to get Eldritch Arcana back. In fact, Eldritch is back already, and even more picks in favor of Stardust Crusaders, and this payload hasn't even made it past the bridge yet.
Yeah, it just seems like the pushes aren't really being coordinated, and with Zanny in the backline just kind of poking at the healers and getting 2 kills with mines. My goodness.
Beautiful triple kill for Zanny Boy. Maybe a bit of a statement here, like, hey, why am I not getting more playing time here? I'm pretty good at this tank business. I helped Pizza Planet get to the championship last year. Definitely. Sometimes a tough ask though, a lot of great tank players on the Stardust Crusaders, and a lot of great DPS too. Wakaucha continuing to absolutely dominate here on the Widow. Rusha showing some good stuff on some of the other maps, but certainly has been losing the Widow duo, I think, to Wakaucha. Good Immortality Field out from Firestorm Revel to stop the damage from Insane's Gravitic Flux. Rushiro's is able to finally take out Wakaucha, but that will get res. Rusher trying to, once again, get that pick, and does get it. Rushiro's responding to what I just said by saying, nope, I'm still pretty good. Gravity able to take out Insane though, but the payload continues to move. Good res from Crunchy Magi, but does get taken down by Zanny Boy. Gravity though in a compromising position. Good anti onto Eldritch Arcana, gonna have to keep that shield up. Good time for Tantalizers to try and break it, but Zanny Boy still causing a lot of mayhem in this backline. Gets 2 kills and throws in the mines for good measure. Does go down, but kind of halts the aggression here from Tantalizers. Only 60 seconds left to go, and it forces out the nano boost onto J-Rod. Not making a whole lot out of it right off the bat. Yeah, it doesn't really get a whole lot. Able to maybe poke some shield down. And there's the shatter from Eldritch, but a beautiful sleep dart from Parsnip Pixie to prevent the follow-up. We are seeing some good individual plays from the Tantalizers. We do see Rushiro's getting another pick onto Wakaucha, but picks once again kind of swinging back in favor of Stardust Crusaders. Gravity still causing so many problems on this Junkrat. Takes out J-Rod and Crunchy Magi in the span of a couple seconds. This isn't looking good. Rusha trying to find another couple of picks on this Widow. Res onto Mag Dragon. Rushiro's nice pick onto Wakaucha and Draxum. Able to take out Gravity. Overtime is going to be initiated here. So this is Tantalizer's last chance to make something of this map. Creation not able to take down Eldritch Arcana, and Mag Dragon battle mercying Rushiro's to death. J-Rod able to build up the supercharger. This is possibly the last gasp here, but Wakaucha up in the window, getting the picks. Insane throwing in the Gravitic Flux, but another good Immortality Field from Firestorm Revel. And another minefield from Zanny Boy, and that is going to be it.
The 4-0.
Stardust Crusaders getting the 4-0 here today.
That's quite a display from Zanny. Yeah, how we said he may not be getting a lot of playtime, but comes in one map and just absolutely destroys Tantalizers. And these tires from your Gravity.
Yeah. Ooh, Ravity coming in clutch too. God, I genuinely don't know who to give the DPS MVP to. Weavy was awesome. Wakaucha was awesome. Ravity was awesome. They were all so good today. This is definitely one where we're gonna have to see what the Tantalizers think, who they felt was the MVP, because holy smokes, that was incredibly tough. Incredibly gutsy performance from all these DPS.
Because we can get our nominations, and then do you want to bring in... I'll ask them again if they want to do the interviews. Will you
Yeah,
bring
so
in...
chat, stick around. We might have some interviews of the captains here. We'll see if Tantalizers are in the mood. I would still like to talk to them, because again, like in their first two games, they played a lot better, and I would like to hear some of that, you know, insider scoop of what they've been doing to steadily improve. You know, certainly we're hoping to get a win here, but certainly a tough opponent, and sadly for Tantalizers, it does not get much easier as Week 7, which is a while from now. Sadly, for all of you who enjoy Tier 3, we will not be having another
For quite a
week
few
of
weeks.
games after Week 5 until January. We have Tier 2 next week, and then the Christmas break, so perhaps Tantalizer's still going to be looking for players to add to this roster to help them make a late season comeback. A lot of time left. 0-3, we have seen teams come back from similar deficits in the past, so...
So would we bring in Stardust, Crusaders first, and then Tantalizers? I still asked them, and they haven't quite responded.
Well, I was going to say
yet.
maybe we should just get MVPs out of the way.
Yeah.
Which I'm definitely thinking. I'm feeling Eldritch Arcana for tank MVP. Just
Eldritch
put on a
Arcana?
Zarya clinic today.
Even though they all they had a lot of really good plays. J-Rod is always, you know, extremely aggressive on the Reinhardt. Sometimes a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah.
Zanny with his one map
To...
did really great. Draxon on... Oh. Draxon on tank on that Roadhog. Oh, looks like maybe Tantalizers aren't gonna... Might not stick around to do it. We can still always bring in just... I think Sov is still... Is he? Are they still in the... No, they're not. But they left the lobby. I can't invite them to the group if they left. We still need the nominations, please. Korean, the final score was 4-0 to Stardust Crusaders.
You know, I will say... man, I was going to say if we were to give any MVPs to Tantalizers, I feel like maybe you could give it to Parson and Pixie, making some actually nice plays there on Junkertown, but man, can you deny Magdragon there on Volskaya Industries, solo healing Stardust Crusaders to the full hold. I mean, it would have been one thing if Stardust Crusaders had been able to pull off the map win, but they got the full hold too. I feel like you gotta give Magdragon the support MVP too. I hate to say it, but I think we're gonna maybe have to give Stardust
All
Crusaders
three to Stardust.
the clean sweep tonight. Tantalizers definitely struggled tonight. I don't want to take anything away from them. They've certainly made progress from last year, and this was a tough opponent, but definitely, even probably their best player tonight, Roosh, I still think you would have to give one of the DPS of Stardust Crusaders
or
here.
BB Ghost, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Well, okay, so the Stardust nominations are Rusha and Crunchy. Rusha, who did play a lot of...
Crunchy was pretty solid, yeah.
Yeah.
Had some good immortality fields in there, but I feel like we have to reward Magdragon for that.
Definitely, of course. I highly agree with that.
Solo heal. on Volskaya.
I think the tank and support are pretty much established. Eldridge and Mag. It's just the
Yes.
DPS between
I know.
Wakaucha and Weeby
I don't
Ghost.
know who to pick. I would even think about Uravity too. Oh man. This
If
is.
it just makes me imagine if Weeby had stuck around, would they have gotten more playtime and showed more dominance?
I know it's tough. You have the recency bias with Wakaucha and Uravity playing really well on that last map, but you gotta remember Weeby Ghost was absolutely demolishing on the first couple of maps. They were, I mean, putting on a clinic on Echo. Didn't Weeby have? Was it Weeby or Wakaucha that had that really good play on Junkrat on Hollywood? Might have been Wakaucha.
It was Weeby.
Actually.
It was Weeby. Weeby.
Was it Weeby?
Yeah, it was Weeby Ghost.
Yeah, just so many clutch plays there.
If
Man.
remembering that leans me more towards Weeby Ghost then, because just for her to hold that down against two tanks and Crunchy, that on 30 health, that was quite a spectacle. We do got the nominations from Tantalizers, which is Strife and Firestorm.
Interesting. I mean, Firestorm.
She did have a lot
I
of
actually
good
thought Firestorm
immortality
played
skills.
really well on Junkertown, but again, I love Firestorm Rebel. I think that she's been doing really great so far on support this season, but oh man, again, I can't deny Mag Dragon. I just can't. Firestorm Rebel, if you play like that throughout the rest of the season, you will get support MVP at some point, but Mag Dragon just gonna edge it out tonight, I think. And Strife did play quite well as well, but man, I felt like Eldritch Arcana was really elevating everyone. Just constant high charge, great bubble timing, great grabs, except for that one on Hollywood, which kind of costed them a fight. But
yeah. So what are we agreeing with? Eldritch, Weeby,
Eldritch, Mag
Mag?
Dragon, and I'm thinking Weeby as well.
Okay. And do we want to bring in Mag here to do the interview?
Yeah. If we wanna
Alrighty.
bring in Mag, yeah. Let's see.
If I can't invite her to a group because she is currently in a group. Let me add her so we can.
No, one sec. Let me say maybe we can get an update. Ooh, for those of you still here after this interview, make sure to head over to the first stream account, I Need Healing Tater Tots, heading to a map 5. Second game in a row, I Need Healing going to map 5. Can they clutch it out again? That should be good. But hello, Mag Dragon.
Hello.
Congrats on the 4-0 victory, and we gotta congratulate you on that amazing solo heal job on Volskaya there. My first question is to take me through like what the team was thinking. You know, Sidomia, DCs right off the bat. What was kind of the plan to try and win down a player?
Well, honestly, at first, as soon as he DC'd, we really thought he'd be back in time, because he normally doesn't DC. I'm used to Wakaucha DCing all the time, and she gets back pretty quickly. So we kind of didn't worry about it, but after a minute we were like, ugh, what do we do here, you know? And I said, you know what? It's fine. We got it. And everyone's like, just back up, and we'll be good. And we did. It was really scary. I can't say that wasn't horrifying for me to have to do that on my own, because I felt like if I messed up, it just would have went south and I would have felt really bad, even though I probably couldn't have done anything. But we kind of stayed calm and collected, and it worked out. It really did. We just had to play the corners a lot more.
So my next question for you, and this is overall kind of season-wide type of question, but what are some of the biggest aspects that has led your team to success earlier. 3-0 right now. I put you guys at number 1 in the power rank, at the top of that standings. What are some of the, obviously not all the secrets to your success, but what do you think are some of the reasons you started off so well?
I think a big part is a lot of us are friends and we play together and we talk a lot. Like, I think synergy is just super duper important. And I think all of my players are just really talented. Like, every single one of my players, in my opinion, just is amazing. I really, like, admire their gameplay and their dedication. Like, people coming to all the scrims and just taking the time to do better. We do a lot of VODs and just work at it. And we have fun, too. Like, we'll play occasionally outside. We'll play different games together. Synergy is our big thing, I think.
Yeah, I think Kitty can attest. We had a lot of people we were considering for Stardust MVPs tonight. A lot of great performances. And we even mentioned at the top of the broadcast, like, looking at the bench, we were like, oh, you could make a quality team out of the bench players too. Like, so the next question I want to ask is, how has it been for several of the members of this team kind of shifting to more of their off roles, I guess? You know, Firestorm Revel known for playing DPS, now on support. Uravity known for tank, now on DPS. Eldritch Arcana coming in to play some tank. How has that transition been for some of these players?
It's been a huge breath of fresh air for everyone.
It's good to hear.
After last season, because we are made up, like, the very beginnings of this team was a lot of corgis, because the corgi core are taking a season off this season, but some of us still wanted to play. So I was like, you know what? I'll put a team together, you know? I want to keep going. I like the competitiveness. I don't need a break. But we also, with off-rolling, I came up with that because last season we all were getting a little burnt out just playing the same thing over and over, and it gets a little stressful when you're not having fun. So I said, you know, off rolls, let's go, everyone. And it's just worked.
That's good to hear. And yeah, from the perspective of just watching, I don't think there's been a drop off in play at all. In fact, the new life being breathed into some of these players has actually made this team look even better than the Corgi Core ever did back in, even at their pinnacle in season 2 and 3. So then my last question is, looking forward to I Need Healing is your next opponent, which we mentioned on the broadcast is going to be a while. We got that 2-week Christmas break, so it's going to be about 4 weeks until you play them. But tell me what some of the mindset going into that game is going to be like. Like, what are you looking for in that game?
Well, I think we definitely are going to appreciate the break we have in between now and then. We definitely need to just keep, you know, practicing and getting up on that because they are a really good team. And with that pickup of Zombie Dylan, I'm on his tier 2 team, so I play with him a little bit, and I know he can be scary, so definitely we're ready for it, I think, in terms of we're looking forward to it. It'll definitely be fun. We do like to be challenged, and I think that will be a challenging game. But it will also be a
battle
fun game.
of the top 2 teams in my power rankings. So those were all the questions that I had. Kitty, do you have any questions for Magdragon here?
No, I think it's just, I guess, looking forward to that I Need Healing and Stardust Crusaders game. I guess battle of the big dogs going at it. I know with I Need Healing was a really strong team when they played, and same thing, a lot of you guys from Corgis, I feel like a good chunk of the, you know, what was great from the Corgis coming together, especially with Nova and everybody else. It's gonna be quite, I'm gonna try and call dibs on that game. It's gonna be hectic.
I would love to commentate that one as well. I think that one could go down to the wire.
Yeah, I can see it going very, very close on that one. But
And any closing remarks from you, Magdragon?
Um, yeah, there's one thing that um, I've noticed a lot, and it is that a lot of us are from the Corgis. We have 5 players, I think, from the Corgis. And while we are all from the Corgis, this new team is in no way Corgi Core. They are still a team, and they're still around, and they're getting ready for next season, I think. And I'm looking forward to it. You know?
Are we gonna possibly see a return of Zelda to Sheik?
I think they
I'm
are planning
hoping
on it.
so.
That'll be quite
There's-
a rivalry there in the works.
Yeah. And I think it'll be a really fun next season if that happens. Some corgis might return, some might stay here. We'll see, you know. I think it'll be interesting next season for sure.
Now, of course, Corgi Core, definitely an important place in the history of this server, being the first back-to-back champs in Tier 3 history. So, yeah, it would be great to have them back, but it's awesome to see Stardust Crusaders playing well so far, kind of carving out their own identity even with all these off-roads. So, thank you, Mag Dragon, for a post-match interview, and congrats on your 4-0 victory.
Thank you.
Alrighty, we can bring in J-Rod.
Okay, so J-Rod is gonna come
Yeah.
in. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, I can feel like she was probably. Or Pixie, I guess, is coming in? I guess this is like...
For anyone who wants an update on the I Need Healing Tater Tots game, there was an agonizingly long pause. And while we wait for whoever it is, Parsnip Pixie or J-Rod, to come in here.
It'll be soft, actually. Soft Danum.
Swab Danum coming in to...
Yeah, I think it was just that J-Rob volunteered in the beginning when we first asked, so I wasn't sure if maybe the captains didn't want to do the interview and wanted to send someone else to represent them. So we'll just, I guess, have to wait for Soft Adam to join. Wait, who was it that's playing? I Need Healing versus Tater Tots, and they took it to a map 5?
Yeah,
My
they're in map
goodness.
5 right now, currently on well. Tater Tots took the first cap, building it up right now. This would certainly be a very early season update or upset for sure. I think a lot of people would have expected I Need Healing to get the win. I actually think I predicted it being a 3-2 in favor of I Need Healing, and you know, I would love to see Tater Tots get their first win, but also I do kind of want to see I Need Healing to win so that we see that game, Stardust Crusaders versus I Need Healing, be a battle of 2 3-0 teams. I think that would be very exciting. So.
Wait, I'm not sure. I know Tater Tots just recently picked up CM Punk, but I'm not sure if he was eligible to play for today because his pickup was a bit...
He is currently not in right now. Jag and Psycho Mantis are the tank duo on Ilios well, and I'm sure he can guess at what they're playing right now. Arissa Hog.
Oh my goodness, of course. There we go. Let's invite Soft Danum to the group.
Ooh, we are gonna see I Need Healing able to take back the point, but they did have to expend all their ultimates, so a really good chance for Tater Tots at this. Actually, they're going to have a massive ult advantage coming into the next fight. They have a good chance at taking Ilios well.
I'm not sure. Has I Need Healing made any pickups at all recently? I think since picking up Zombie Dylan, they haven't really gotten anybody else.
Yeah, it is still mostly the core of the I Need Healing team from Season 3, so yeah, I think just Zombie Dylan right now.
Alright, let me send them one more invite. Might be having a
Okay,
bit of a
I Need
trouble.
Healing actually hanging around in the fight. Ooh, good move by Mugen Cypher though.
There we go.
Here we go.
Wait, Mugen Cypher's playing Lucio? My goodness. I haven't seen him play Lucio in a good minute. I always see him playing I know they were in Tantalizers, they played a lot of Mercy last season.
Yep. Actually has been playing a lot of different supports for Tater Tots to start off the season, and it does look like Tater Tots are gonna take Ilios well, just need to finish up the cleanup kills. Senior McFluff almost able to get a nice barrage, but looks like it's only a matter of time. Hopefully Suave Danum, I don't think, has joined the
Voice chat.
chat. Might still be in a team chat or party chat or something. And yes, it is official, Tater Tots did take Ilios well, so only need to win either Ruins or Lighthouse to get the early
There we
upset
go.
on 90.
There we go.
There we go.
Hello.
Hello,
Sorry about
Suave
that.
Danum. No,
It's
no.
alright.
Hello.
Thank you for coming on to do a quick interview. So, the first question I want to say on a more upbeat note. I mentioned in the power rankings that you guys have started to improve, especially against Diving Phoenix, which took a map off of White Walkers. So I just wanted to ask you, like, what parts of this team do you think has seen the most improvement between Season 4 and now?
Definitely the DPS line as a general has improved tremendously between the pickup of Rusha and for a while Drax, who are still trying to find exactly where they belong. That's definitely been a big pickup, and just across the board, I think every part of our team has evolved and grown, but definitely I would argue the DPS is a big threat for the biggest change we've had.
Yeah, you really cannot sleep on Rusha Rose. I mean, so many times getting some great picks. Definitely a very even Widowmaker battle between her and Wakaucha there. So after this game, what are some improvements that you think still need to be made?
We're just gonna go back and look at we're just gonna look at the footage and try to look at our team play. We played really well, I think, for what we did going into this game, and somewhere something disconnected, so I think we're just going to go back and figure out what happened so we can copy those scrim bucks into actual game bucks going forward. And we still have a couple places around our roster where we're trying to figure out where exactly people feel most at home, so it's going to be a lot of working that out also.
Yeah, that's all you can do. Boot up the film, keep practicing. So looking ahead to your next game, which we mentioned in the interview with Meg Dragon, is actually going to be like almost a month away. But your next game is against Prodigy Noobs. What are some of the things you're looking forward to with that game, and what are going to be some of the things you're looking forward to possibly pulling off an upset there?
I mean, Prodigy Noobs are a really strong team, and we're just going to try and match that energy of just that solid level of teamwork, trying to bring all the synergy that we can to our team and try to give them as close of a team fight as we can, and try to just give everybody that moment to pop off and shine and show them that the quality of the team and the team play is going to be the bigger thing over just one or two people carrying from a certain position.
Mm-hmm. And one more question on maybe a little bit more of a serious note, but how do you guys, keep yourself motivated throughout kind of some of the struggles early on in this season?
Well, we looked at when we got the schedule, we kind of looked at it and said, all right, well, the hardest matches are the first thing we got to deal with, and that kind of is a weight on the shoulders that can get slowly lifted. Having already played White Walkers and took a map off them, having Stardust Crusaders, all those things make it so that the hard part in a way is almost over. Granted, there's still lots of tough teams ahead, but getting some of those bigger weights done early is a big part, and I feel that the real morale booster from us comes just within the team itself. We're here, we're trying to have the best, most fun we can while playing Overwatch, which I know sounds like a paradox, but we're trying to just play for fun and remember that this is something we're enjoying along the way, and we are having fun with it, so that's all that matters to us.
Yeah, that's good, and coming from someone who's on Pizza Planet right now, currently going through a bit of a rough patch, that's kind of what we're looking at too, trying to find that fun aspect. It feels like when you're having fun, you're just overall playing better.
Yeah, when you can keep the smiles going and the laughs coming, you're really the winners no matter what the score says.
Yeah, that's true. So those were all the questions that I had. Kitty, do you have any questions that you were hoping to
I think
ask
only
Swabdana?
more of a maybe if we can get a little bit of a glimpse, we'll be seeing Vil on tank a bit more. I know she doesn't play it as much, and she had a very impressive map on what was it, Legion Tower? Her play of the game was really impressive to watch. Will we be seeing more of that, or is that more of a secret?
Anything is possible. We try a lot of different things in scrims, and if it works, we're willing to try it out for games, and if it doesn't work, who knows? Maybe you'll see J-Rod pick up DPS or support. Anything's possible. We want to try to make sure that we're doing the best we can, and the stuff that we're trying in scrims pays off and at least looks good in the game.
Yeah, of course, and I'm sure she must have been really happy to get that one finally play tank.
Yeah, that
hashtag Let Lily Tank 2020 is a go, so get on that hashtag and hype up.
Just in time as well, since we are, like we said, we're taking that break until 2021.
Yeah,
so.
Last Tier 3 game of 2020.
Right, well I think that's all I really have to ask.
Yeah. And thank you for the interview, Swabdana, and good luck on your future matches.
Thank you both. It's a pleasure.
Alrighty, so I guess that wraps it up for us.
Yeah, that does it.
So we'll be ending this game.
One more update on the TOTS I Need Healing game. Going to the tiebreaker on Ilios. Make sure if you're still watching the stream, we're done here. We're gonna be head over to that stream right now.
Okay, so just last update. Stardust Crusaders ending with the 4-0. Our MVPs Eldritch, Arcana on tank, Weeby Ghost on DPS, and Magdragon on support. And we'll see you guys back for Tier 3 in about a month. But keep an eye out for Tier 2 games. Right? And it's been Red
and make sure to catch the games on Sunday as well. Got a triple header on Sunday.
Oh, yes.
Don't miss those games.
Let's head on over to I Need Healing. I want to watch that too. So thanks everybody for joining.